What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series, Snake Eyes. And so here we have Snake Eyes posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through what he comes with. Snake Eyes does come with quite a few accessories. For starters, he does come with a backpack which does peg onto his back, and you can peg on his scabbard or his blaster rifle onto it, which looks really nice. He of course does come with his scimitar, which looks really nice. I do like the detailing on it, and it comes with its very own scabbard that you can peg onto his back. He also does come with a blaster rifle, which looks really nice. In lieu of an Uzi, they gave him a blaster rifle. He comes with a hand pistol, which looks really nice, an interesting laser design, and that comes with a suppressor. And if you wanted to, you can store both the suppressor and the laser pistol into his side holster, which looks really nice. And then we do get a tactical knife, which looks really good. I like the detailing on it. Unfortunately, no paint, which is a reoccurring theme here, but it does store into his side holster as well. So overall, he does come with quite a few accessories. I do like that. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at Snake Eyes. And so here we have a closer look at the Classified Series Snake Eyes, and I really do like the way this figure came out. Don't get me wrong, I really like the G.I. Joe movie Snake Eyes, which look really awesome, but I also like this one. There's just something about this design that I really do like. I don't know, it's probably the simplistic design of his helmet, where we just have the visor, where you can see he does have those low notches. Then we do have his mouth guard right there with the air hole so he can breathe. And then just a very simple design of the smooth helmet going in the back. And we can see some textural differences, which I always love seeing on figures like this, where we have different textures. So we have a semi-gloss right here, and then we do have a more matte finish right here on the top of his helmet. Looking really good. I do like the way it all comes together, and I like the way it also looks on his neck piece right here. You can see that it has some seam lines, like some fabric running through it, and that goes on to the main part of his neck, so that's a really nice little detail that they did include. So this is the Hasbro adaptation of Snake Eyes, and I do like it. His little bandolier right here is removable, so if you want to take this off, you can. I'm going to leave it on just because I do like the fact that it does have grenades. I kind of wish that the grenades were removable and he can actually have them in hand, but unfortunately the grenades are sculpted onto the bandolier right here, which we do have a pouch right there. If you do get frustrated from it moving around, you can actually do one of two things, or one of three things. Remove the bandolier entirely, attach the scabbard with a scimitar in it, or attach his backpack, but really do like that. And one thing I love is the detailing in the straps. It looks like nylon straps for reals, guys. That's a really nice little detail that Hasbro did. So let's actually just raise this up and get it over so you can see the detailing in his armor. Like I said, it's a really easy thing to remove, so taking it on and off is no problem. I really like the armor detailing that they gave him, and then we do have the Articulation logo right there. We have some silver paint there. One thing I really do like about this figure is the difference in textures. You can see we have like leather straps right here, then we have more armor plating right there. The difference in texture isn't like the movie Snake Eyes, but we do have some armor plating right here. We have two different armor plating, as you can see, separating the shoulder. Then we have some pouches right here on his arms, probably carrying some shurikens or some survival tactic gear, like some rope, could be anything in there. We do have the very shiny glossy forearms, which look really nice. I do like that. And then we do have a semi-gloss right here on the inside of the forearm. So really appreciating the difference in texture right here. Moving on to his hand here, you can see he does have leather gloves on with some, I think these are tactical gloves because they do appear to have some form of knuckle on them, and that's probably for punching through harder objects, so really like the attention to detail there. So yeah, really liking his armor design. Now, he does appear to have some armor on the back, but it doesn't seem to be as prevalent as in the front. You can see the end of the armor right here. We again have this really nice nylon detailing for his belt, which looks really nice. We have him wearing two belts. We have the standard belt right here, which has some pouches going along it, and the silver buckle. The Articulation logo right there. painted in red, which is surprisingly nice considering how small that detailing is. Then we get onto his pants, which have more texturing than the rest of his outfit. You can see the texture is very prevalent here. Really do like that. And then we have some smooth patches right here. Looking really good. We do have his side holster right here for his blaster, and then the suppressor that goes on it. And then on this side we do have the holster for his knife. Really liking the detailing here on these buckles. You can see they look a lot like nylon, as they're supposed to. Really do like those buckles. They're painted really nicely. Going on to the rest of his pants, you can see he does have knee pads, which are just solid black. They do look good, and it does appear like he has some wraps around his knees, so really appreciating all these little details that they did with him. And then one thing I think is my favorite part of this figure are the shin guards. They kind of resemble like actual ninja shin guards, where they have the armor just in the front, tied off on the back right there. But you can see it's a little more modernized, where they're just clips, which does look good. And then we go on to his shoes, which those are tabby socks, obviously, so they did keep the ninja look for him. Honestly, this is my favorite look for Snake Eyes. It's the Ninja Commando that we've seen, a more modern take on him. I'm not really a fan of the Commando Snake Eyes. I am more of a fan of the Ninja Commando, which is a more modern take on the character, but still a very solid figure. I do like it. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at how Snake Eyes compares to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Snake Eyes posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Snake Eyes posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 112 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Snake Eyes posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And so finally, here we do have the Classified Series Snake Eyes posed next to the Snake Eyes Origin Snake Eyes. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to his articulation. Now, Snake Eyes does have a ball hinge in the neck. That ball joint does move up and down slightly. Mine is a little bit loose. It's not like tap the figure and his head just moves, but it is noticeably looser than I would like it to be. Nothing that a Q-tip can't fix, but yeah, do notice some slight looseness in the head, which is a little bit unfortunate. You can turn left and right on that ball joint, and because it is on a hinge, you can look up to about right there. Nothing at all hindering him back here, so that movement is unrestricted. You can even look down quite a bit. Then we do get a ball joint here in the neck, which does allow him to pivot his head side to side and move it up and down a little bit better, so I do like that. He does have a butterfly joint in the shoulder, which does let his arm go back, does go forward, out to the side, no problem, all the way around. Now, one thing I will note about my particular figure is that there is some looseness in some of his joints. Like this arm is kind of loose, this arm is obviously looser, because you can see I can move it around with no effort. But it's not just the shoulders that are a little bit loose, the bicep swivels are pretty tight. His elbows also seem a little bit loose. They do move up and down really easy. On this side I think it's a little more apparent. You can see it doesn't really hold its shape too well, so that is a little bit unfortunate. It's just on mine, and it's not too noticeable because the indents are still there. It's just in between those detents that you can see there's some looseness. But overall, still really like the articulation. Once you get to a certain point, you don't really notice it. His wrists do have vertical hinges for weapon wielding, so I do like that. And they do have rotation because they are on a pin. Ab crunch works surprisingly well on this guy. Very good articulation on Snake Eyes, especially in the abs. As you can see, he leans back and forth very nicely. Then we do have a ball joint here in the torso, which I absolutely love that. It does help with rotation, so that works really nicely. Legs do kick forward to about right there, go back. They are on a ball hinge, so they do drop down, and with that they do give us a full 90 degrees, so I do like that. Really would be disappointed if Snake Eyes doesn't have crazy amount of articulation, because you would expect a Ninja Commando would be all flexible and flimsy, or not flimsy but flexible. So thigh swivel works no problem. Double bend here at the knee works really good. We do have a swivel at the boot, a hinge in the ankle, and again some looseness in the detents. You can see mine has some loose joints right there, but they do work no problem. So forward and back, forward facing pin, no problem. So overall, Snake Eyes here, despite having some loose joints, still is a really solid figure. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get a pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Classified Series Snake Eyes pose for my final thoughts, and overall I really do like the way this figure came out. I am a little upset that in lieu of his standard pistol and Uzi that we got these futuristic guns. Unfortunately, the G.I. Joe line was one of those lines hit by the no gun policy, but they did find a workaround for that. They did give them futuristic guns, which I guess is okay because they don't shoot bullets, they shoot lasers. I guess that's the logic behind it. It's kind of upsetting that that is a thing right now, but at least they did give us something. I think Snake Eyes is one of those figures that even if they did ban firearms, he could survive on his own just because he does have swords, which I guess is safer than guns. I honestly don't know. But Snake Eyes here is a very solid figure despite the fact he doesn't come with his traditional weapons. I do like the ray guns that he has. They look pretty nifty in my honest opinion. And his scimitar is a really nice addition to the figure. Even though a lot of people see him with a katana, a scimitar is also a sword that he uses, so it's perfectly acceptable in the lore of Snake Eyes. Now, like I said, I am pretty fond of the Ninja Commando Snake Eyes, and I think this does a really good job of encapsulating the Ninja Commando aspect of the character. I know we are getting a Commando Snake Eyes with Timber as later on in the year, but this is a really solid figure in its own, and if you're a fan of Snake Eyes like me, you're going to pick up all three versions of Snake Eyes. You're going to have this one, the movie version, and the Commando Snake Eyes all together, and honestly, all three looks are very iconic, so having one of each era of Snake Eyes I think is a really good thing. So if you are looking for the G.I. Joe Classified series, I haven't really seen the figures in stores that often. I have seen Lady J, and those are starting to warm pegs everywhere, but every other figure, not so much. I haven't seen too many G.I. Joe Classified figures in store, and the only real place I've seen them available is online retail such as Walmart.com, Target.com, Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon. You just gotta find where they're at, and they will run you about $19 to $22 depending on which era you're getting. If you're getting the first run, you're going to get them for $19. Second run, unfortunately, did get price hiked to $22.99, which does seem to be the standard that Hasbro is going with. So if you are looking for this Snake Eyes, online retailer is the best bet. And like I said, he's a very solid figure in his own right. I think Snake Eyes figures are always really strong releases, and this figure is no exception. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other G.I. Joe Classified videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.